I'm good. An extension is just, a couple of dollars. I'm cool. I'm telling you. I think I've made enough. I just want to play basketball.
What? Let's talk about Jimmy Butler. What did he get suspended for? And is the NBA just a big soap opera? Yes, I have to agree. It's a big soap opera. It's a big clown show. Like my shirt. It's a big clown show. It's a circus. It's not about what happens on the court. These guys have are making so much money and they think that people actually care about what they do off the court. And some people do. But at the end of the day, what you make money for is what you do on the court. That's what they get this thing, they think they rock stars. There ain't but a few rock stars that from the past, that's the present and into the future. They're not everybody's not a rock star. And Jimmy Butler, you're not a rock star. But he thinks he is. He thinks he is. He thinks he is. And then you have a lot of ex-players, current players, and players that's coming up in the future, our sons, who they become unrealistic about things. But when you really speak to them, but when the truth comes out, it sounds a lot like this.
What does a retiree who's worth $100 million spend their days?
Miserable.
Really? You were miserable?
Yeah, because, like any athlete, right? From the ages of 6, 7 years old, all we knew was one thing: hoop. What do we know? We haven't had a regular life. No matter how much money you have, if you don't have it, that's why when you hear someone, they're like, yeah, my parents still work. My dad just loves to go to work. That's what's keeping him alive.
You haven't had a regular life and you haven't had a regular job. So you only think of things in one certain way. You only think of things in one certain way. That's why all these ex-NBA players who become parts of the media, they think no one knows anything but them. No one knows anything else about basketball but them. That's why, just like this stuff, look, just like this stuff, Paul Pierce.
Heat culture lives, Pat Riley brought heat culture. And what I want to say about that, I think he's slowly destroying heat culture. And what I mean by that, this new generation is different now, guys. And Jimmy Butler's at the end of the new generation, but coming up, when you look at when heat culture started, when Shaq and Lonzo and Haslam and Wade and all got there, look what he's done to a star player since heat culture started. He ran Shaq out of town. You ran LeBron out of town. You ran D Wade out of town, of all people. One who drafted, you won your first championship with. Then you kind of try to make up for it. Now you running Jimmy Butler out of town. This, to me, tells me that heat culture lives and dies with Pat Riley. And if he doesn't change the way he is, being, kind of like stubborn and don't want to pay guys and it's his way or the highway, then I don't see heat culture being the same any longer.
That's the viewpoint of the unrealism that they speak, because they only speak of things from being a player, not a fan, not a boss, not a GM. You just know things as a player. And that's what he speaks from. First of all, Jimmy Butler ran himself out of Chicago, went to Minnesota, got into it with Wiggins and Cat, beat them up, did whatever he did and ran himself out of there. Played 1 year or whatever with the Sixers, got up out of there. Didn't work. Now he's with Miami, played there, had a lot of success. Now he's getting suspended for 7 games for conduct detrimental to dude. Stop acting like none of this is on him. Look, when you work for somebody, that's what you do. Just because you get paid a lot of money, that don't mean nothing. You still work for them. And that's what he does. He's a player. He works. He gets paid from the Miami Heat organization, and he has to conduct himself in a certain way, whether you like it or not, whether you think you a superstar or not. This is a 35-year-old man with colored hair. Okay, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Like I said in the beginning, you get paid for what you do on the court, not for all the shenanigans and the colored hair and the foolishness. He ran what? He ran Shaq up out of Miami. Shaq was old. It was time for him to go. It's time for him to move on. D Wade was old. It's time for them to move on. That's the game. Jimmy Butler's getting paid $48 million this year. This year. Not in his career, this year. And this he said this himself right here.
In terms of he being non-committal on the extension, was there a part of you that, like some players might say, well, maybe I want to be somewhere else? Did that thought ever come up, and why not?
Nah.
Hold on, run that back. Hold on, wait a minute. What? Wait. This what? Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm good. An extension is just, a couple of dollars. I'm cool. I'm telling you. I think I've made enough. I just want to play basketball. I want to be available, like Pat was talking about, and I plan on being that. I plan on us winning a bunch of games and making everybody happy.
And Jimmy, how do you think a younger?
Now that's the same guy. That's the same guy that Paul Pierce was saying that Pat Riley is running out of town. This is what I'm saying. It's just one big soap opera. And why I'm talking about it on here is because I'm sure there are other guys, men who might listen to this podcast. You have sons and they play basketball. Don't let them get it twisted. Yeah, there are only a select few 1% of players are going to make it to the NBA. All right. But it's still a job. No matter what job you go to, someone else is paying you. And so you're under their thumb. You're under their thumb. It don't matter how much you make. If somebody else is writing your check, you can't just do anything. And that's why I hate listening to a lot of these players, because like Gilbert Arenas said, he admitted, you don't know anything else. You've been coddled. You've been pampered your whole life. You've been told that you're the best because why? You can play a sport. And now someone's using your talent to make a lot of money. You heard what I said. Someone's using your talent to make a lot of money. Like my pops used to tell me, yeah, if he's making $48 million a year and Tyler Hero's making 20, 30, and Bam out of Bayou's making all this money, the average NBA player gets paid $10 million. What, like my old man used to tell me, what is the owner making? If he can afford to pay you all that money, what's he making? So you don't run the show. You don't run the show. And once a player gets older, you have to recognize and realize what's going on. The Heat is they're turning a corner. They see that, yeah, you've done a lot of great things for the organization, but man, you getting older. You're not available. We have younger players that we think can, take the torch. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Not only that, but dude's been tripping for a minute. I don't know if you remember. This was only like 2 years ago. I don't know if you. superstar. That's your superstar. That's who thinks that they deserve an extension. That's who think that Pat Riley and the organization is gonna pay. Yeah, people get into it. You play 82 games, you go to the playoffs, people gonna get into it. But bro, you trying to start a fight with the coach, and then you got, you know, man, you got UD telling you that he, you know, that man, you don't want these kind of problems. I'm saying it nicely, but you could read the, you know, you could read the text on there. This is the soap opera. This is what you need to warn your sons and tell your sons, look, some of these dudes, they some clowns. They some clowns. They got paid a lot of money, and they look, you can hate me if you want to. You can hate me if you want to. I don't care. Jimmy Butler is a good player. He's an all-star. Jimmy Buckets, he's an all-star. He came into Milwaukee and, man, you know, sent us home in the first round. 8th seed, number 1 seed, sent us home in the first. It is what it is. But let me tell you something. He is pouring the Kool-Aid. He's stirring the Kool-Aid. He's putting sugar in the Kool-Aid, and he's drinking his own Kool-Aid. Bruh, you tripping. You tripping. You are tripping. And he been tripping for a minute. When he came to the media day with that hair, yeah, he did that to piss off Pat Riley, to piss off the owners. He didn't do that because that's who wearing pink stuff in his hair and green stuff. Man, come on, man. You don't think he's just expressing himself. For one, like I said, he's drinking the Kool-Aid. He thinks he's a rock star. And for number 3, he's doing it to piss off the organization. He's doing all that to do all that on purpose. These are the type of soap opera things that a lot of players are doing, and it's not cool. That's why people aren't watching the league like that no more. Dude, you can like nothing that I'm saying, but at the end of the day, why we turn on the NBA is to see what's going on the court. Man, I don't care about your hair, bruh. I don't care about all the other weird stuff you into. Who? You make more money in a quarter than some people make all year. Man, I don't care about none of that other stuff you going through. People don't care because those same people that you treat like peons, or you don't think they have an opinion that matters, those are the people that buy the tickets, that buy the jerseys. Wake up. Stop drinking your own Kool-Aid. Look, bro, if nobody watched your games, if nobody paid for subscriptions on Hulu and YouTube TV and Prime Video and all this stuff and pay and watch your games so you could get these big contracts, would you still be as arrogant as you is? If you made all the money that you make, but nobody watched your games, would you still be that arrogant? No, because you need that. You need that crowd. You need that. You need that energy. Just like the COVID year when there wasn't no people in the stands. Players said it affected them. They need to stop acting like that the fans don't matter and that, you know, we don't see what's going on, and stop drinking your own Kool-Aid, man. You got suspended because you want out. It's only 3 reasons why a player want to get away from a team. Money, your team's not winning, or you're unhappy with your role. Which one do you think it is? Which one you think it is? But here's his press conference right here.
See me get my joy back from playing basketball. And I don't shoot the ball a lot, but we won't sit here and say that I don't play hard.
What will fix it? What do you want to see happen to fix it?
What do I want to see happen? I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball. And wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here. you know, off the court. But I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop, and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
Can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not.
Yeah, that was the nail in the coffin for you. That was the nail in the coffin for you. You want to get your joy back on the court, and you can't do it here. Why? Why? You got one of the best coaches in the league. You got an all-star, Bam Adebayo. You got a good young shooter, great shooter, Tyler Hero. You got why? Why? Because the organization don't want to pay you. You 35 years old and you're not available all the time. But no one should say anything about that because they don't know nothing about. Nah, man. I'm speaking as a fan of the NBA. I'm speaking as a father who's got a son who wants to play basketball. Man, y'all messing. It's like a soap opera, bro. Don't nobody care about all this mess. Don't nobody care. But these dudes, man, they can't think they're. If you've made $300 million over in, I don't know, 12, 13 years, how connected with reality are you? Ninja, you play a game for a living. All y'all. Every one of you. You play a goddamn game for a living. That's what you do to make money. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care none of that. At the end of the day, you play the same game you play as a child for a living and you make a lot of money. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Because I see through it. I see through it. I see the clown show. I see the clown show. That's why I got my shirt on. My cool kids shirt on. I see it. I see the circus. When dudes do interviews like this.
Does it matter? Does it?
You sure it does.
No, I don't think so. All of that's out of my control anyway. So, like I said, I'm here. I'm hooping.
And then Pat made the statement the next day saying you won't be traded. If you finish out the year here, will you be happy and content?
I don't know. We will see. Only time will tell. I can't tell you what's going to happen come tomorrow. But, I appreciate the statement. But this is a business after all. So I know what is capable. And I won't have any hard feelings either way.
And in your mind, is it in the best interest of both parties for you all to stay together for the rest of the season or to have an amicable divorce?
I don't know. That's up to Pat and them. They're going to do what's best for the organization, as they should. And as long as I'm happy, and right now I'm happy. I'm in a good space, I will tell you that. I got my kids here. I'm healthy. I'm smiling. I promise you I'm happy.
Not to belabor this, but none of us know what will happen tomorrow, or the next day. I get all that.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to be?
It's a good question. Who knows? I don't. But right now I'm here, so I'm gonna make the most of it, and I am gonna compete, and I am gonna win. And that's all that I got. It's just it's a lot of talk, and it is a lot of noise, which I'm cool with.
Do you want to be here? It's a yes or no answer. Yes or no. I guess he gave it in his final interview, and that's why they suspended him, and that's why they're gonna trade him. But at the end of the day, it's a circus, it's a clown show. For a lot of these guys, they've turned themselves into characters, and we don't care about that. We don't care about that. We want to see you hoop. It's entertainment. But they get it misconstrued that that they're like rock stars and that people can't. No, man. No. If you stop playing today, the game is still gonna continue. The game is still gonna continue. That's what people need to understand. That's what I want men to understand. Is that all this clown stuff, all this, worshiping athletes and foolishness like that, man. It's foolishness. It's clown stuff. And that one monkey don't stop no show. It don't. Stop being so emotional about things and thinking that the whole world revolves around you, because it don't. It don't. And that's what we need to teach our sons and the young men that are around us. The train keep moving, man. And that it's a business. The NBA is a business. It's a business. Any sports league is a business. And they can pay you that kind of money because they making that kind of money. But I just said they can pay you that kind of money. No business owner says, you know what? As long as I can pay my employees, that's all I care about. I don't even want to make a profit. Where in the nobody says that. Nobody says that. You heard what I said? No business owner cares more about paying his employees, which the players are, than him or her making a profit. And that is the Raising Karter podcast. The NBA is turning into a circus. And Jimmy Butler, a great player, but he's part of the circus. He's part of the clown show, man. Like, these players want to get paid forever, like Paul George in Philadelphia. Like, they want to run it up forever. You can't. These owners are tired of that. It's too many young players out there that they can get to do what you do. And I ain't mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. If you're running a business, it has to be profitable. But these older players, they think they can run it up forever, and you can't. Peace.